Hi guys, hey, it's Renee Conkey coming to you from the Water City Stamping Studio, and it has just come to my attention that the Storybook Moments video that I made on Facebook Live has been removed by Facebook due to the fact that they're only keeping it a month. I thought I had it downloaded, but I guess I didn't. So for the class to go, you're missing some video directions, so I'm just going to do it again, and I will be posting it to YouTube. And if you purchase the class to go, I will send you the direct link for that. I just want to make sure that I'm seeing this correctly. So just give me 1 second just to update my page and make sure we're right in the correct. And we're doing good. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this card because I only demonstrated 2 cards that night, and the rest you had tutorial directions for. So we'll go through this cute little flip-flap card, okay, so you can see how to make that, just because it did need a little direction. It's super easy though. And then I will go through all the rest of the projects in there, but I won't be doing a tutorial for them because they're pretty self-explanatory, or they had written directions. But this is the one that did not have any written directions, just the measurements. So anyway, well, let's go ahead and make this card. It's darn cute. All the cards in that storybook class was really cute and super fun. So I'm so sorry for the inconvenience if you wanted to make your cards and saw that the video was gone. That's my fault here. Let me just adjust this just a little bit. Get this up just a little bit higher so you can see what I'm doing here. And we will bring this down like this. Actually, we will go up a little bit higher. And I am not a video technology person. So anyway, what you're going to do is, using your boho blue, I have a card that is 5.5 by 8.5. Okay, you're going to need a piece of the strawberry paper from the Storybook Moments, and that measures 5.25 by 2.75. We also have a piece of your plaid paper, and that measures 1.5 by 5.25. We have a piece for the inside of the card, 4 by 5.25. We have 2 pieces for the front, and this one measures, let me just double check, 2.75 by 3.25. So 2.75 by 3.25. That will make the white 3 by 2.5. Okay, and then we have a scrap, and if you got the class, you'll have just a little smaller kind of square. I did give the measurements in the measurements, but you know what? This can be just any size because this is just holding your little flip-flap card. This one actually will measure 2.25 by 2.5, but whatever size you choose to use, you just have a piece of boho scrap lying around, that'll work out just fine. So let's go ahead and get started with our class, or get our card started here. And you are going to take your paper trimmer, okay, and we are just going to score at 4.25, and then we're going to cut off 1.25 inches from the front. Okay, now this, if you're making this card at home, this can even be used for your flap card, part of the card. It, like I said, it just has to be some kind of little scrap. So that'll work out just fine. So anyway, we're done with our trimmer. We can go ahead and fold our card. Get our bone folder out. Okay, and we'll put the inside together. That's not something that we usually do, but we will do that this time first. And we will attach the plaid paper to the right-hand side of that white postcard, and then we can put that on the inside of our card. Okay, just like that. All right, so it's going to close like that. Then this is our little flap. This will be our front decoration, and this is going to go on here like that. But before you put that on, okay, before you put that front piece on, we are just going to fold this in half. Now you could score it, or you can just fold it. It's really up to you, and it doesn't really matter which way you fold it. You just need it smaller than your front piece, okay? So this is gonna go right on the inside like this. It's not gonna get taped on here because that's gonna be your flap, but it is gonna get taped onto the back. So let's go ahead and just tape that on. Oh, look how cute this would be. Oh, with the little bunnies for a little welcome card or welcome little baby card or last minute Easter cards. So anyway, this is going to go on the front just like this, and then you got your flap. Okay, so that'll just fold over, and it doesn't even matter that it's just a little bit crooked. Nobody's going to see that flap. And we will adhere this just like this. Okay. And then we have our little, I told you this card is super easy. You can just whip a bunch of them out. We have that. So we'll put our little thank you so much on first before we mount it. So let me get a black stamp pad. And the thank you so much comes from the Storybook Moments. So if you got that bundle, you can use that, or you can use whatever you have at home. All right. We can add that just like so. And then for the original card, I used the Storybook Garden Patch, and I stamped out the basket, and I stamped out the strawberries and colored them in with stamping blends. For this one, I used pecan pie, I used real red and old olive to color in with the stamping blends. But I thought for this one, I know some of you did not get that set, so I want to show you what you can do with the little laser cuts that you got. So I have the wheelbarrow, okay, and I just got to grab some dimensionals here. Here we got some. So I'm just going to add my wheelbarrow. We'll pop it up. There's so many elements in that Storybook Moments that you can use anything. You could, like I said, a great card. You can use it with any stamp set. And I think we will just tuck our little strawberries right into our basket. But maybe not. Maybe we'll have to. I'm doing something different, so might have to modify this a little bit. Push this over. There. We could put our little berries there. We could tuck them in. You know what? That would be so cute if I would tuck that in. Why don't we do that? Hey, it's always thinking on the fly. I'm going to take my scissors and just give it a little snip right here so it looks like my berries are inside my wheelbarrow, so it looks a little bit more natural. Okay, so I just got that little slit in there. And we will tuck that in there just like so. And put a dimensional on the top of my berries here. And, you know, just kind of tuck them in there. And I think that looks so much more natural when you do a little bit and have them kind of snuck in there instead of just laying right on top. All right, and then do we have a few little, in your kit, I know you got some pretty little gems, but I'm just going to use something that I just have sitting around here. I'll just add a couple little white sparklies in there just to give it a little something. Okay, and now it is ready to put on our flip flap. That is cute. I like that with the wheelbarrow. I like it just as much as the basket. So now all you're going to do is you're going to put adhesive right on here. And then we can just add that and put it, center it however you wish. If you want it a little higher or lower, it's totally up to you. But so it kind of goes over the edge. And then there you have your little flip flap. Okay, when you open it, it just kind of flaps open. And you can see that is how it is stuck on there. So that is how you make this little card, okay? And those were the directions that you needed from the video tutorial. And if you recall, I did the basket, but I do like that wheelbarrow with those in there. Okay, so I also made a coordinating envelope, and all that boho blue plaid, you can just kind of mix and match. And so you can say happy spring, put some of your leftover designer series paper on there, and just make a coordinating envelope. Okay, so that is that card. And then now we'll just go through the other cards just so you can see them. Like I said, there is written direction. Actually, there was, this was part of the video too, but this is so self-explanatory, these two cards here. And what I did use is I used that panel sheet that you get in your Storybook Moments, and I use this one and I use that one, and this is what you would do for making any of these cards. I think I had an example even in the tutorial doing this little squirrel guy, but all of these, you just cut them at the seam and just make the card of your choice, because kind of the background or what have you is all set to go. So that is what I did. And I used some of our plaid designer series paper that came in your kit, and I layered it onto the boho blue, added another 3x4, 3¼ by 4¼ piece of boho blue. This is a little piece of it's an 1 inch by 4 inches of basic beige. And then you put that panel on and you decorate as you wish. And you did get 2 of these little die cuts, and those were from the Storybook Moments bundle. And then we added a few little laser cuts. So you can see they're just as cute as can be. And we added a little Easter greetings and added some more of the die cuts on the inside. Once again, that envelope would be perfect with this card. Just a little happy spring, happy Easter. And then this one, I don't believe there's anything on the inside, but maybe just a little strip of paper. So it can just be welcome little one and for the little new babies in your life. So that was card number 2 that you could make in your kit. Like I said, that one really doesn't need any explanation. This is another card that was in the kit, and it's just a gatefold. And there were tutorial directions, but all you're going to do is on your 5¼ by 8½ piece of paper, you're going to score each side at 2 1/8 and fold them inward. Add all your measured out papers and just add that on the inside. So this one was super easy too, very cute, very self-explanatory. You can do them with any of the papers that you got in your kit, just as cute as can be. Here we had another one, and this one we had directions for, and it's just a little pull-out card. Very, very quick, very easy, but once again, just as cute as can be, and you can make it into a baby card, Easter card, what have you, using any of the papers of your choice to include it that was in your kit. Okay, and then finally, this one was kind of fun. This one was a belly band card, and you open it up, and it had 2 separate pieces, 2 postcard pieces that we decorated with designer series paper, and then you open it up, and it's just that cute little fun fold on the inside. So when you're making it, you're just going to put your designer series paper on each of the postcards on the inside, and then one will be for the outside. Okay, so you had to use 3 pieces of designer series paper. All right, and then you're going to take your card and fold it as the directions in your tutorial, and it's just folded in half and folded in half. It can truly be any size that you wish. And then just decorate it with all those cute little laser cuts and then little sayings. And then we just finish it off with a little wheelbarrow and a plant on the inside. Perfect for your gardening friends, your springtime friends, a springtime birthday, and then that little belly band tucked right over inside. Don't make your belly band too tight. Kind of made mine a little too tight. And then it just slides in there. This one is definitely an extra postage card. Just so you know, you're going to need that, oh, I don't even know what it is, but you're going to need that extra little 23-cent stamp to put on your card because she's a little thick. So anyway, but just, once again, just as cute as can be. And then there was, in the tutorial were some chickens, a chicken and a hen, and I already gave mine away. So I don't have that, but we did have in the tutorial that cute little Easter basket. This was made from a 6x6 piece of paper, and you're going to score each side at 2 inches and then cut up on each side and just fold it up into a little thing and make your sweet little Easter basket. Add a little handle and your round little circle with some bunnies, and you can fill it up with little Easter treats or what have you, and it just was kind of a fun little bonus project. So those were our projects from the Storybook Moments. And once again, I do apologize that it was deleted on my Facebook page, and you are now going to have the tutorial located and all the tutorials located for my classes to go that I do in advance on YouTube now. So I'll still be doing the Facebook Lives, but I will certainly download those to YouTube, so you have that information. So thank you for your patience, and I hope you enjoy your class. Happy stamping, and take care, everybody. Bye-bye.